each week one student volunteers to read the news, find an interesting news item. For lower level students, I say Japanese is okay. For higher level classes, they try to do it in English. And they, next class, present the news to their group. And then again, they are responsible for 3 discussion questions about the topic. It can be any topic, and they lead off the discussion. Now, as you can imagine, the first time, maybe the second time, it's kind of slow to get off the ground. They gradually get the idea of taking responsibility, finding an interesting item, leading a discussion. And I found it's very successful at all levels. And then I just wanted to show you various activities which I find successful in all kinds of classes. Just some of my favourite activities, really. Say the opposite, which I have talked about at a previous presentation, but I guess most of you have never seen me before, so I'll share with you my all-time favourite lesson, which I promise you will work, and you'll find it one of the best activities you've ever done in your life.
Can I just endorse that? This is brilliant.
Thank you. Human rights squares, trade between tribes, campus resolution. These are all related to content in some way. Say the opposite. I devised this because I have to teach discussion. I found it so difficult to do 4-person discussions. So I made this highly formulaic activity where student A has a piece of paper and student B has another piece of paper. So student A, Tim, simply says,
Coca-Cola is the best soft drink.
I don't think so. Orange juice is the best drink. And that's it. It's finished.
This is a 4-person or
2-person. And all we do is say the opposite. And then I say, men are stronger than women.
Nonsense. You haven't met my wife. Oh, you haven't met my wife. Oh, you have met my wife, yes.
And this is exactly what happens. And it doesn't matter what group of students you do, within 2 minutes, there's hysteria all around the class. And you also find that when they've got to about number 4 or 5, they start to give reasons. And then by the time they get to number 9 or 10, they start to discuss it. They start to go backwards and forwards. Sometimes I stop it after 5 or 6 and I say, okay, now everyone try and give one reason. I also teach the idea of the different ways of saying the opposite. Coca-Cola is the best drink. Coca-Cola is not the best drink. Coca-Cola is the worst drink. Orange juice is the best drink. There's different ways of saying the opposite. We then build up 2 students. There's 2 A's, 2 B's, and they do it in 4s now.
How many?
It's on the hub.
There's A and B, or AA and B?
There's A, B. They have the same. They sit together, 2 versus 2.
Oh, but it has no relation.
They're completely different. They don't know what's coming next, which is part of the fun.
Okay. Got it.
And
This is the best all time.
This is the best all time. And you find that they get more difficult at the end. And of course you can put some... I haven't done this one. There's usually Mark is a great teacher, is a usual one. Mark is a terrible teacher, ha ha ha.
One that's very good is you are very good looking.
I've got loads of these. With all
You've tried this?
Oh yeah, it goes so well. It's really good.